Hey, I'm Ray Talavis. It's Sunday night, September September 30th, 2018. Around quarter of nine in the evening on a Sunday night in Baltimore, Maryland. What a beautiful day today was! It was so temperate and mild. I think the temperature was in the 70s, like 72 degrees. Came back from a Catholic Filipino festival celebrating saints at the Cathedral of Mary Our Queen in Baltimore, Maryland. Um, it was a wonderful fiesta. My sister was there, and so anyway, this let's get back on course here. This is another edition in my series of reviews for cigars. Tonight's cigar is the Dunhill Heritage. You can see Dunhill Heritage. This particular cigar was rolled in Honduras. It's about I want to say a Corona Gorda size. I get a lot of Corona Gordas. It's one of my favorite vitolas. I mean, they're just like they're long enough to have a nice long cigar experience, and I like the ring gauge. I mean, I love Churchills too, but they take a little bit longer, and I love Robustos, but sometimes you want something longer than that. But I think I said earlier in another review, Robusto is probably my favorite size. I love Coronas too. Coronas are great. This Dunhill Heritage is a Corona Gorda. I'm gonna say it's about like 5 and 3/4 by I'm gonna say that's a 52 ring gauge. It's got a this looks to have like a Habano wrapper. The color is like Habano color. Um, I don't know if you can see that, but it definitely looks like Habano color. Has a nice color to it. Let me see. Sweet aroma coming off the wrapper. Same thing, sweet tobacco aroma coming off the foot. This particular cigar, the wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano. It's a very strong cigar, and you know Ecuador Habano wrappers tend to be stronger. And the binder is Nicaraguan, and the filler is Nicaraguan and Habano tobacco. Again, this is produced in Honduras, so this is a Honduran cigar. But the components come from Ecuador, Nicaragua, and Honduras. So that's the review for today. The Dunhill Heritage. I'll give you a little bit more history when we take a break or whatever. But Dunhill is very much a luxury brand. Dunhill can almost equate to Davidoff. They run in similar circles of luxury and elegance. Um, it's a luxury brand. They make a whole bunch of different products, a lot of tobacco products, whether it be cigars, cigarettes, and I think pipe tobacco too. The beverages we'll be pairing for tonight, be drinking a beer, Leinenkugel, Sunset Wheat. It's a beer out of Wisconsin, wonderful beer. Sunset Wheat, the wheat beer. Wheat beers tend to be kind of lighter in body and flavor. This one has a citrusy flavor to it. Mm, just awesome. The other alcoholic beverage I'm pairing with this is one of my favorites. Evan Williams, 1783, small batch Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Um, Could also pair it with water. It's not that late, but I thought I'd have some coffee, so I'll have some coffee too. So that's what we're gonna do today. We'll be doing the old Dunhill Heritage. Outstanding reviews for this cigar. You can look it up on the internet. It's outstanding reviews for this internet. I mean, to tell you honestly, this cigar reminds me of the Coronado by La Flor Dominicana. They have very similar profiles. They're both very extremely powerful cigars. With like a very similar kind of like it's like strong, intense tobacco flavor. All right, so that's a review. This particular cigar is probably around like 2 years old, 2.5 years old. So that's about all. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke the rest of the cigarette. I hope you guys are all having a great night out there. Wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful, wonderful night. Just a beautiful night. Cool, a little breeze. And it's a beautiful night. The crickets are cricketing, and there's a little bit of a sweet, cool Baltimore breeze in this fall night. And I hope you guys are all well out there. I can't wait to get back. And so I'm gonna take a break, finish smoking the cigarette, have a beer, and I'll be right back. All right, take care. Okay, we're back again. So tonight's review is the Dunhill Heritage. As promised, I'm going to give you a little bit of history of Dunhill. Dunhill, like I said, almost equates to like a Davidoff type corporation. They kind of like deal in the luxury circles. No, luxury, elegance, wealth. Their products, are pretty much of that ilk. The Dunhill, just like Davidoff, their first store opened in London, England, in 1907, and then they were doing tobacco back then. Probably similar kind of operation that Davidoff had in Geneva. And then in 1982, um, Cuba Tobacco approached them just like Davidoff, and Dunhill started making, um, producing, or having produced for them Cuban cigars under the Cuba Tobacco umbrella. They were there from 1982 to 1991 producing Dunhill Cuban cigars, and they produced some of the most like sought after, some of the most just they made some of the greatest cigars along with Davidoff during that period. But then again, in 1991, they stopped producing cigars. Dunhill is an English company. This particular, I mean, not Davidoff. I'm sorry. Dunhill is a British company, and this heritage, Dunhill Heritage, is produced out of Honduras. So, I mean, that's a little bit of a history of Dunhill. Dunhill makes fine cigars. And the thing is, though, it's coming to question or whatever. Like, I think Dunhill is trying to get out of cigars. I mean, that would be a shame because they have such a storied history um, in making, like, wonderful cigars. But they also make, cigarettes, that are very elegant, very high class cigarettes, and they produce a lot of luxury goods. Dunhill has a storied name and reputation along with Davidoff. Like I said, they're kind of linked together. So I mean, that's a little history on Dunhill. Sorry if if you interchanged Dunhill and Davidoff by mistake on occasion, but I don't know. It's like 9 o'clock at night here, and like I've been drinking, so whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and clip this beautiful Dunhill. Like I said, it's got like it's a Habano, it's an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, and it does look Habano. I mean, like it or Habano, if you don't know, is sort of like a rosado but darker, like a darker reddish, more reddish, darker rosado. Rosado is like a natural color with red tint. So there you go. I mean, like the most famous rosado was probably Opus X. That no rosado, yeah, rosado, rosado or Colorado. They did the same thing. And this is definitely Habano color. It's much darker than a rosado, but does have a reddish tint. So beautiful, beautiful cigar. Um, yeah, I smelled it already. So all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clip the cap. And then we're gonna go ahead and toast the foot. Kind of excited to smoke this cigar. This is one of my favorite cigars. I mean, the first time I smoked this cigar was at a cigar lounge in Towson, and I knew the first time I smoked this cigar, I had to get a box. But that one cigar, I only smoked one before I realized that I've got to get a box. And this is a cigar for my collection. Like I said, it's about 2.5, 3 years old. Bought a box of these. I probably have like 10 left or whatever. So there's such a strong cigar though that sometimes you don't want to smoke it like a strong cigar all the time. That's why I have 10 left. But the one, I mean, I'm glad I have it though. It's a beautiful, beautiful cigar. Beautiful draw right now. Just rich tobacco right there. Go ahead and toast the foot, the edge of the foot. I do this just to kind of like ensure like even burn. All right. Sweet tobacco coming off the clipped head. Uh, let's see. I love this cigar. I mean, I really do. Hold on. Oh, just sweet tobacco right now. Like I said, it was like almost like love at first smoke for this Dunhill Heritage. Um, yeah, I smoked my first Dunhill Heritage probably about 3 years ago, and it's such a unique cigar. Like I said, the cigar reminds me of a Coronado by La Flor Dominicana. Um, it's got that like its characteristic flavor is like what I call heart of tobacco. It's like a reddish kind of like juicy aged tobacco flavor. It's very sharp, kind of like strawberry tasting without the fruitiness. That kind of sharp like like flavor, but it's juicy tobacco instead of like having the strawberry flavor. It's hard to. I mean, I'm trying to like describe my experience with like this type of cigar. the Florida Dominicana, I mean the Coronado by LFD, and also sometimes Opus has it too. Um, I don't know. It's such a strong flavor though that you know after a while it gets to be much or whatever. But I mean I love it though. Oh wow, that's beautiful. There's like a nuttiness here, a nutty earth, a nutty tobacco flavor. Not hard tobacco though, not yet anyway. I'm sure it's gonna come, but that was a nutty tobacco flavor. Um, Sweetness. Wow, that was beautiful, man. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine if you aged like a Coronado, Parlofour Dominicano, or a Dunhill Heritage, or even opuses that have that characteristic heart of tobacco flavor that I'm trying to convey. Um, it probably turns into nuttiness after a while. I think that's what I'm getting. I mean, I love. I'll take it any way it is though. Whichever profile it ends up being. Getting pencil lead, just beautiful. Compare it with the old Leinenkugel or Leinenkugel. Leinenkugel, Sunset Wheat. Um, Beautiful, beautiful beer. Kind of has like a grapefruit taste to it. Citrusy. I love wheat beer. I really do. It's weird though because like I used to love Belgian wheats. I think that's where they first came from anyway. But I mean, recently I've been drinking like some Belgian wheat beer that tastes kind of. It's got almost like a medicinal kind of like aftertaste to it that I just don't appreciate. I don't remember doing. I'm not. I don't remember tasting that when I a long time ago when I first started drinking beer with the Belgian wheats. But I think they call it Belgian wit. I think they spelled that WHIT, but wit beer. Us Americans call it wheat beer. So let's try to concentrate on the Dunhill for a second. It is a beautiful cigar. Spicy. Pencil lead. Tobacco flavor is really not strong right now. But I was just getting spice, pencil lead, light tobacco, a little bit of cotton. But I get that once in a while. I don't know if I'm smoking this too hot. Doesn't seem like it. I'll give you one more tasting of the Dunhill Heritage. Just from Honduras, but the parent company. She's my burp. She's my burp. The parent company Dunhill is based out of London, England. Like I said, they're a luxury brand. I mean, Dunhill is Dunhill, Davidoff is Davidoff. Both European luxury companies. They run in the same circles. So Davidoff and Dunhill, the Cuban ones, were like some of the most sought after Cuban cigars on the Cuban cigar market. So, but I think they both got out relatively at the same time. Like I said, Dunhill got out in 1981. I mean 1991. They got into it in 1982, but they got out of it in 1991. So I'm getting a little cotton, but spicy, sweet. Um, I mean, this is a great cigar. I'm not getting the heart of tobacco like I usually do, but it'll probably come. It'll definitely come. All I know is this is one fantabulous cigar. If you don't take my word for it, Search it on the internet, Dunhill Heritage, and see what a lot of reviewers say. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head into a break. Gonna smoke the Dunhill Heritage into the second third. Gonna break out the old Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I love Evan Williams. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. Hope you guys are all well out there. Hope you're enjoying your the last day of the weekend before Monday. Hope the weather's good. Hope you guys are all well out there. And I'll catch you later on the flip side. Hey, back again into the second portion of this cigar review for the Dunhill Heritage Honduran cigar. I mean, I said earlier, Dunhill's a British cigar company, but this cigar was produced in Honduras. So I'm going to tell you about the tasting notes that I had for this cigar with during the break. The very strong leather component, very spicy, spice. Very perfumey component, like a floral perfumey kind of like flavor. And then a strong nutty tobacco flavor during the break. And they would all take turns, like expressing themselves. So during the break, while I was smoking the cigar, they would take turns expressing, like whether it be nutty tobacco or perfumey floral flavor. Um, Spice is always there, spice and leather. But then sometimes leather is like stronger at one point than another draw. Very complex cigar, but very agreeable. I'm not getting like the juicy red, potent tobacco, kind of like aged tobacco flavor, where it's like very juicy red like tobacco. I'm not getting that, and that's what I usually associate with the Dunhill Heritage, the Coronado by LFD, and some opuses. It's a very strong flavor. Sometimes it's like you can only take so much or whatever, and that's why I haven't really smoked a lot of these things. But I mean, I think with 3 years of age on it, the nuttiness replaces that juicy red tobacco, potent tobacco flavor. So just a wonderful smoke right now, though. Nuttiness mixed with perfume, perfumey floral aroma and flavor. Wonderful cigar, just a wonderful cigar. I'm loving it. I mean, I can't think of anything else I'd rather be doing on a Sunday night around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Baltimore. I mean, like, except if I, except if I had a girl here smoking a cigar with me. I mean, what are you guys thinking? What am I thinking? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and gonna pour myself a nice little pour of the Evan Williams 1783 small batch Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Love Evan Williams. Um, I wouldn't say have a long. I don't. I wouldn't say that I have a long history with long Evan Williams, but once I found it, um, I knew that I loved this brand of bourbon. So I mean, my three favorite bourbons are. I mean, as you all know, Woodford Reserve, Basil Hayden, and Evan Williams. Not necessarily in that order, but I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those bourbons. So Gonna pour myself a pour. Feel like drinking. It's about what, 2 ounces. I'm gonna drink. I mean, shoot, man, it's still the weekend, right? It's not Monday yet, so what the hell, right? Um, let's get the nose of the good old Evan Williams 1783 small batch. Oh, that's more refined than I remember. It's a very refined caramel, kind of like alcohol smell. Um, well, nothing to it but to do it. Hmm. This is a very assertive bourbon. It's assertive, but it's also elegant. But I would say it's more assertive than elegant. The elegant kind of like lets you like drink it better, but this is not a kind of bourbon that's like trying to hide its identity. It's just nice. I don't remember it tasting like this, but I've had it for like maybe I probably had that for like a year already. So it's a wonderful bourbon. Mm. I love this. I love Evan Williams, man. This is so delicious. Just a beautiful, rich caramel flavor. Goes down nice and easy. I would say it probably has more flavor than say even Woodford Reserve. I wouldn't say it has more flavor than hold on a second. Spice, rich tobacco flavor. Um, Pencil lead. I forgot to mention pencil lead's in here too. Not so much charcoal, but pencil lead. Rich tobacco flavor. I mean, this profile doesn't remind me of a fresh Dunhill Heritage. Like I said, the Dunhill Heritages and the LFDs and the Coronado by LFD and some opuses have that like heart of tobacco flavor, which is a very potent flavor. Um, Sometimes it can be too much or whatever, especially if you have it for an extended like period. But this is just much more. It is a different flavor profile than a different flavor profile than I remember for the Dunhill Heritage. Spicy, pencil lead. There's also sweetness in the cigar. There's a lot of sweetness in this, which I don't remember from my fresh Dunhill Heritages. I mean, like the earlier Dunhill Heritages that had like less age than this cigar were generally more serious and not very much sweetness. And this is demonstrating a lot of sweetness. So I touch it up. I mean, let's talk about construction for the Dunhill Heritage. Draw's been like A plus from the beginning, from the first light or whatever. The draw's been like the draw's been like just perfect. I mean, just perfect. Easy full draws of a lot of smoke. Just a great draw. I had to touch it up once when I was outside, and this is probably about the second or third time that I had to touch up the cigar um, this whole night. So it's just not too bad. Um, I don't know. I'm enjoying this experience a lot. Right now I'd give this a 5-star grade. I mean, shoot. I mean, like, damn, this is a really good cigar. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this as far as I'm concerned. I'm talking about like deep, rich tobacco flavor, nutty tobacco flavor, lead, pencil lead, leather, spice, earth, um, sweetness, sweet tobacco, um, just rich, complex tobacco at times. I mean, telling you. I mean, it has transitions, it has changes. I mean, what else? What more else could you ask of a cigar? Leather. I mean, I don't know. Perfumey, floral. Sometimes. I'm getting charcoal now. I mean, it might be because I touched it up. I don't know, but in general, though, I'm telling you, I don't get flavor profile changes after I touch up a cigar. I mean, if it goes out, you might get more charcoal flavor. But I mean, I welcome charcoal flavor. But I mean, honestly, though, I would say 95% of the time that I touch up a cigar, it doesn't change flavor profiles. Drink some more Evan Williams. That's a strong bourbon, man. This is like cowboy bourbon. This might be the sheriff's bourbon. You know what I mean? Because like it's strong, but has that refinement that doesn't let the bourbon get out of bounds or or commit offenses. This is a sheriff's kind of bourbon, in the old west or whatever. This is so flavorful. Like I said, that probably has more flavor than a Woodford. My favorite bourbon is Woodford, but because Woodford is so refined. I mean, it's defined by its refinement and elegance. Woodford to me, even though it does still have that caramel and bourbon fire, I think like this might have about the same amount of flavor as a Basil Hayden, but Basil Hayden tends to be more spicy because they have a more rye in their mash bill. But what a wonderful cigar. So I mean, that's how we are right now. It's Sunday night around 9:30 evening in the evening in Baltimore, Maryland, Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Eastern Standard Board. What is it? Eastern whatever. And I don't know what I'm trying to say. Have some coffee. Well, I hope you guys are all well out there. Um, it's a beautiful fall night out here. It's a beautiful fall day out here. The weather is just perfect for me. I mean, like my favorite seasons are spring and fall because the weather is so temperate. Um, anyway, so it's a wonderful evening out there. I hope you guys are all well. You know, the political environment in America isn't the best right now, but I think in time, um, everything will be revealed. Um, in terms of like the Supreme Court confirmation hearings with Judge Kavanaugh and also the Mueller special investigation for the Russian collusion for President Trump. I mean, in time, everything will be revealed, um, and that's all I can say. I mean, it's hard not to watch these cable news channels or whatever, but there's only so much I can take or whatever. So I kind of like pop in like once in a while just to check it out, but I just try to leave it alone. Like I said, in time, everything will be revealed, and you know, it is what it is. So I'm into the second third, past the midway point of this Dunhill Heritage, beautiful Habano wrapped cigar. made in Honduras. I'm gonna smoke this into the last third, the Dunhill Heritage, and give you some tasting notes during the break. And hope you guys have a wonderful end of the weekend. And ciao. Okay, we're back again into the final portion of this episode, the cigar review episode for the Dunhill Heritage, made in Honduras, Corona Gorda. Some tasting notes from the break. Got a lot of really strong leather, a really strong spice, really strong nutty tobacco flavor along with sweet tobacco flavor. Um, just a wonderful, wonderful, steady, very steady cigar. The strength, the body, and the flavor have remained, extremely, extremely good. Um, None of the hard tobacco flavor that I mentioned earlier that was usually characteristic of the cigar, of the Dunhill Heritage, and also the Coronado by La Flor Dominicana. The funny thing about the comparison with this cigar and the Coronado by LFD is that to me they usually fresh ones anyway share similar flavor profile, especially featuring the heart of tobacco, strong aged red tobacco flavor, potent, sort of like a strong strawberry flavor, but without the strawberry fruitiness. Just a really, the kind of like tang to it. Um, the the Coronado by LFD is basically, it has a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper around Dominican components in the filler and the binder. While this cigar shares totally different characteristic or components, other than the both Habano wrappers. But this Habano wrapper comes from Ecuador, and the binder is from Nicaragua, and the filler is from Nicaragua and Honduras. So I mean, they couldn't be more different in terms of like tobacco components, except for the Habano wrappers. Whether the Habano wrappers influences that much the blend, it must be, but you know, unless the tobaccos they're using are related somehow, except grown in different countries. But I mean, usually the fresh one, the fresh profile, the fresh Coronado by LFDs and the fresh Dunhill Heritages do share a very similar flavor profile. Both excellent, excellent cigars. Getting some good strong tobacco and nuttiness right now. Spice is really good in this cigar, just like the Coronado. Um, just wonderful, wonderful cigar. Nutty, just nutty tobacco. Like I mentioned, I forgot to mention this. I'm getting charcoal too. Charcoal, tobacco, um, mm, just scrumptious. As you can tell, we're to the final third. Um, you know, I guess you know where this is leading. My recommendation. This is a 5 out of 5 star cigar. If you don't believe me and this review, just check it out on the internet or whatever magazine that you want to that has reviewed this cigar. Kind of flies under the radar because I don't really hear too many people talking about this particular cigar, but you know, I mean, people don't know what they're missing. It's a wonderful one, especially with some age on it too. Just really strong tobacco with spice, charcoal, nuttiness. You know, I mean, if the profile that I'm giving you kind of fits what you like, I suggest that you pick one up, and then pick up a Dunhill Heritage or pick a few up, and smoke it fresh and then smoke it with a few years of age on it. The differences are striking. Whether or not you prefer one profile over the other, I like both profiles when it's fresh and with like 2 to 3 years age on it. Uh, Both are just great smokes. Anyway, so it's Sunday night here in Baltimore, Maryland, Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Seaboard, Baltimore, Maryland. It's around 10 of 10. Smoking a beautiful Dunhill Heritage, aged about 2 or 3 years, along with a country strong Evan Williams, beautiful, strong, refined bourbon. I'm gonna toast you guys. It's Sunday night. I hope you guys have a wonderful week out there. Um, you know, I hope you all take care out there. And this is for you. Um, I hope you all have a good life. Um, Cheers. Hmm, just beautiful. All right, one final tasting of the Dunhill Heritage 3-year-old Corona Gorda. Wow, that was awesome. Um, Got like a strong body there, full body, full of rich tobacco and charcoal, kind of like intermingled in a thick smoke. Just wonderful. This is definitely a full body, full flavor, full strength cigar. If that fits your profile, I suggest you pick one up, try it yourself. Um, it's worth. It's not an expensive cigar. They probably range. I forgot how much I paid for this cigar. I would say it's probably around the $10 range. Well worth the price of admission. It's a Corona Gorda size, so you get value there for the length and the grain gauge. Just beautiful. I recommend this cigar. Highly recommend. Definite 5 out of 5 stars. Um, I hope you all have a great night out there. Enjoy the fall weather or wherever you are. Please take care. Please take care. Please be safe. God's love. Anyway, I'm going to end this review the way I usually end my reviews. I wish you good health, good wealth, good fortune, good friends, and family. You all take care out there. Good night.